Good evening to all the Toastmasters. I want to thank you all personally for having me here. Today, this topic means a lot to me because I feel that, or more, I believe that this is something that had changed me for the better. So to start off with, just a vague introduction because everyone over here is new. So this is the first time I'm meeting you all and this is the first time you guys are meeting me. So I just wanted to give a bit of a brief, maybe a good 30-40 seconds of who I am, where I'm from. So I'm originally born in India, the southern part of India, and I was raised in Dubai, UAE, as well as the States. I only moved to Bahrain 2 years ago and I've absolutely loved it here. A lot of people always ask me that question, like, you know, you come from a very diverse place, like, do you think Bahrain is as diverse? And I definitely do believe that. I feel like there are people with all cultures celebrating Eid, Ramadan. In fact, I myself fasted for 2 days just to be in that spirit of Ramadan. And I think it's always a good way to interact with people, to relate with people, to have that sort of surroundings around you. So to start off with, I did my bachelor's in BBA Finance, as well as I did my MBA also in MBA Finance. And both were from the States, and I moved to Bahrain only due to my mom's job. So as a family, we're very close. So everywhere we go together. So that's why I've been in 4 different countries, only because I don't want to be left behind. So I lost my father at a car crash, so it's all women. It's just me, my mom, my sister, and my little dog Ginger. We also adopted another dog, and I really, really love her a lot. So we are a family of all girls, because even my dogs are girls. So as the youngest in the house, I was pampered a lot. I was given everything that I ever wanted, and my mom started to realize that everything that I was learning from her was, like, in a way spoiling me. So she really tried to give her all to me. So it was like my mother is my father as well, and my sister is my second mother, I want to believe. So she's taken me skydiving, she's taken me zip lining, she's given me the ability to, like, go kiss dolphins, hug penguins. In fact, next month we're going bungee jumping as well, so we're very adventurous. She likes to spend her time with us. She likes to kind of keep that bond alive. No matter how old we get, it's always that kind of bond that we want to keep going as a family. But she did realize that all this was getting to my head. She realized that I'm giving my daughter way too much and she's not understanding what really life is and the essence of life. It's all about skydiving, it's all about bungee jumping. It's like if you tell me to plan a party, I'm always like planning things. I just love doing that. So she's like, wait a minute, I'm gonna take you to India, a place I don't really enjoy going because I always get food poisoning and I'm not a big fan of eating their food. It's just not my culture in a sense of I'm not getting used to that vibe. So she takes me to a village in Madurai, India. I don't expect you guys to know because even I didn't know that place until I went to India. And she gave me the opportunity to meet kids. These are children, girls specifically, who were abandoned in an orphanage only because they were girls. They were not wanted by their own family, aunts, uncles, dads, moms, brothers. It was only the men in the house. And so when I went there, I was okay. I was not too engrossed about the feeling. I was like, okay, this is a cause, this is a theme, but I didn't feel it. So I started planning my own things. I started keeping my own ways to doing things. And I had a girl approach me and she was like, how are you always so happy? And I'm just like, everyone is happy. Why are you asking me that question? She's like, no, because I want to know what that feels like. You have a family, you have somebody to be with, you have the energy to call people, to invite people. When you go bungee jumping, I'm always like, I want to do it with my mom, I'm going to do this with my sister. So she's like, what does that feel like? And so that specific incident really got to me. And that's when I went early that night and I was like, Mom, I think I'm trying to understand now what you're trying to teach me or what you're trying to get me into. And so with this incident, I went back to the US and I started teaching kids with IDD, so intellectual disability. And this specific job really changed my life for the better. I understood that everyone is special in this world. Nobody is considered dumb. That's something I realized. If anything, I'm the dumb one. You are never fully learning from anything unless you know that you're the dumbest one in the room. That is when you open your mind to learning. And so this one incident during my master's, I was going through a lot of trauma in my personal life, and I was just crying one day. And I had one of my students, Danielle, come to me, and she was like, what is it that's making you cry? And I'm like, I went through this. I mean, it's over, but still it's hurting me. But she's like, but it's over. And so that's what got to me. I was like, yeah, she's right. I'm just crying about something that's in the past. And the reason I came up with such a topic, pull from the past, you've heard topics like blast from the past, you've heard things like, I learned this from the past, but no, this is something that pulled me back up from the past. And that's something that I genuinely learned, and I genuinely want to give back to the universe and say that, we are all just a member, or just a team, or just one out of the several creatures on earth. Because there's so much more that we could give. There's so much more that as humans that we need to do. There's so much more that, that we don't know and that we want to give back to the universe. And so what I got out of this entire trip is that all of us should be a team. All of us should need to open our minds. Everyone has several different causes that they want to focus on. I hope that everyone here takes up any cause that the world needs your help in, and go for it. Because if you think about it, as humans, as a team, we're all nothing compared to Mother Nature, for she is greater than us all. Thank you.